African, and I am based in Finland. Um, yeah, this video was done live. That's why you will see the video is a little bit not very clear. It's because it was live when I did this video. So I did introduce myself. Guys, there's two things I wish you to do when you are watching this channel. Please do not skip the videos. I mean the ads, and also please do press like. I don't know why I look so tired. So okay, I don't know why guys I look so tired, but maybe it's because I slept at the airport. Please do come in and like while you are coming in. I'm gonna try to speak in English, although I'm not comfortable in English, but lapha inganamadebuka nje la sizozwa le story ngathi ngibabona abantu besingisi bangaki. Yeah, let me see. Guys, I'm just watching with how many people please speak isiZulu notes. Nina nibhala ngesingisi uma ngikhuluma isiZulu wenele. Angithi nizobe seniphendula ngesingisi. Tony is here. Sabona Tony is here. Bakhona nabantu besingisi. No, we are here phakathi inside. Which tone? Noma usho utone lo. The caption is captioning. God that helps. English, please. I'm looking for English, please. Already I saw English, please. Mina ngiyaqala ukufika usa-live. Oh, baby, welcome, welcome. The famous tone. Okay, famous tone. Hi, babe. Khuluma umageba. Mase ngiza senishondile. Okay, guys, you come in and you like. What is very important, you come in and you like. Before we start, Tanazam. Mangoba. Mangoba. Dule, no, come on. Go to Minnesota police. Guys, I want to thank you before we start the story. I want to thank you. Guys, I want to thank you. Comment section, you remind each other about liking. And I want to say this also. On here on YouTube, I just feel like there's like more genuine people, you know. Facebook have everything and everyone, but on YouTube nje nindlela supportive ngayo. Thank you so much, Sandra zami. Ngiyabonga. Nokulike amavidiyo ngisho ngipostile niyalike. Ngiyayibongela ithando zami. Shame. Thank you so much. Nawo-ke asize nodaba bese uba mnandi ngesiZulu, but-ke guys I will need to speak it ngesingisi. If I say in English I know ukuthi ama-views lawa angabona wenu lawa amanye Africans, please kodwa nenkululeko kodwa mixa. Okay, I will mix. I will mix it. If you don't speak Zulu, don't eat me. I will mix. We are 60 plus faith. We are growing. Kulugutu, we are growing. Oh, na. So guys, I think I've told you how I got pregnant before. I think I made that story before, and it was here, if I'm not mistaken. As I have briefed you on Facebook, we were in it. Yes, guys, I don't like saying it like this because when ngumuntu omnyama kwabe ngathi kwakuyi-one night stand, angazi ukuthi phakathi komndeni uba ngomndeni omkhulu. Okay, I'm gonna speak English. I'm sorry about that. So while I'm coming here to talk about this, I hate because some family members will think about how you know. Okay, guys, let me just put this on the table. Even if I'm speaking English, I don't care. I don't care. I'm ever. So background, so I from very poor background at that time, and we were living in Namaplang in a playing house, whatever playing we were. And I'm speaking English, darling. No. Oh, guys, if there's network issue, you're gonna be here, no problem. Am I still breaking? Lale network ingayenzi lento. Le network ingayenzi into efuna ukuyenza njengamanje. Ave ngisebenzisile i-network. You know guys, this month I didn't work much because of the network. I even went emzini yabantu because of i-network. I went to Africa because of i-network. So nje, yo, what fun. We are good now. Okay, I can continue if we are good. Kubhizi ngemuva but who cares? Should we put the light, or this light is okay, or you want this other light, our light? Following from Kenya. Hi Miss Kenya. Hi baby. Please bafethu engage lapho kwi-light. Do we need this light? Woza manqoba isho Nkosi yami ngiyakubona wentombi zonke indawo outlight i-right ngokudala. I-light please ngavele ngaconfuse. I-network i-right. Thank you where Joyce. Oh, the light is okay. We need light. Okay, so now I think we need light. Layo nale light ngayicela kwenye indoda iyangicasula kabi. Yafuna ukuphuza nami ikhofi. Mina ngeke uvele ngimuhle kanje ngifuna ukuphuza nami ikhofi mahhala. Ngathi ngibona emotweni yakhe ebackseat ngabona le light ngayicela. Hawu, sesiphuza ikhofi. Uphuzele umuntu omnyama. We are fixing first before. Joyce ngiyabonga so much. Oh, thank you. Okay, we are set. Light is on. Network is good. Siyaqala-ke. I'm going to say this in English. So even if you don't understand my language, we're going to mix. There is parts that I would not boom. So listen, Azami. Most of you know about my low self-esteem when I was growing up. Yabo. And I was literally almost like listening to almost everyone and anyone, not necessarily going out with everyone because not everyone was interested in me, yabo. And the friends I used to go with, they used to also say I was ugly. So I just knew when we are going out, my friends are beautiful, I'm ugly, I need to take a seat. So okay, when I met Umlisa, we first nganyanya ingena my phone ukulala. So when we met Nomlisa, we met by the friend. So when we met by the friend, we will talk and talk, blah blah. Guys, I told you this story. I swear to God, I know. I'm briefing you. We will talk until our friendship was strong. Then one day we did the do. I believe that I got pregnant the first time we did the do because we did do the do after. Yeah, but maybe 2, 3 times, 4 times. As I say, it was not a one night stand. I repeat, it was not a one night stand. Please come in and like, but like if video Tanazam, come in and like. News need a chair. I says you need to see it. Come in and like. Okay, now I was pregnant. Fast forward. I told you, Guti, I wanted to do a abo. I don't want to say abortion. You know, I wanted to terminate, but I couldn't terminate because of I told the story. So we kapwa I couldn't terminate because we were late with the time of the termination. So I ended up keeping the baby, not terminating. Now there was a problem. I didn't know where he lived because he used to come where I was and we would talk. Number 2, I got pregnant behind the wall, like on the corner of the house on the grass. That's where we did it. So I don't know where he lived. I don't know anything about him. I just know the name and the surname and the name of the friend that I have met. I've only met one of his friends, only one. Okay. Well, fast forward, Dige. We are going to where we want to go because I've told the story. If you don't know the story, you don't know the story. It's because you don't follow my content. And I know what I said it in English. I know what I said it in English. Admin asivumelananga ngesivumelane leso. But asivumelananga ngesivumelane admin. But let me continue. Manqobake. Let's connect. Fikile, thanks darling. Let's connect. So ke thandazameke. What about it? Wasn't a drama. Ugaik. So guys, I went to look for him because now I need to tell him because I'm pregnant. He didn't know because we did this thing, everything we did it, and then he went to his home and he continued to go to his friend. He didn't come back to us, to me, to for us to go to we continue. We did this very close the time. So the first time outside, the second time there was no one in the house, so we did it in the house. I just followed. Thank you for following. And then I did it outside, and then we did it out inside, and then we did it inside when there was no one. It was countable the times, but it was like this week and then next week and then 2 times the following week. So it didn't get to a point where I realized what I was pregnant, right? Fast forward, now I got pregnant. I was like 4 5 months. I started having problems at school. They kicked me out. They didn't kick me out at school. I wanted to stop because the stomach was starting to show. 5 months, the face is changing. Now let me explain about Tige, the guy, the one that made me pregnant. The guy, guys, was coming from a very, no, I don't want to say wealthy or rich. I want to say comfortable. He was wearing brands. I'm a coloreds, they would wear this jockey, they would wear this t-shirt, the big one, like oversized, but you can see which they're expensive. He would put the Nike, take easy, his shorts, Nike, you can see this guy, the chain, I'm a coloreds namandia, what's under my chain. Coloreds in South Africa, in Indians, they like the expensive chains. He even had a piercing. He smelled like money. I smelled like smoke. The fire smoke when you are making food in the fire outside. That was my smell. I smell like fire smoke. I smell like grill. Yes, the grill when you are grilling outside. We price tent. Yes, I was smelling like a price tent. There was a very big difference between us. Colony and price tent smell is different. My sister, now get the stomach. Say I'm here about 7 months. I needed to find him. I started my research, or I stopped at school. I went back to my grandmother to live with my grandmother because I was living with the girls. The girls where I got pregnant, the girls that I have told you before, they used to have different cars. The cars, people giving them food. They used to. So okay, they kicked me out because I didn't want to terminate. Most of them, they have done the termination. You get pregnant, you go and terminate. You get pregnant, you go and terminate. And I didn't want to terminate. If you don't understand the language, don't come for me. So I went to look for him. I started asking people around, do you know so and so? I don't know. Do you know so and so? So and so, yeah. I think I'm not sure where he lives, but I know him. What are you looking him for? People are looking at me in my stomach. I keep, guys, I was 7 months, stomach is as big as ever. I look for him, I ask people. I ask my grandmother too, wanted to know who's the father of the child. Nami Pila, I want the respect in the community. I know the father of the child, who it was, and I only slept with him. So I knew. Sis, I went and I look, I ask around, until someone said to me, you know what? If you go to the streets, there's a street there like this. He lives somewhere there, but I don't know. I'm not sure which house. I walked. Luckily, I find him and some people. They were playing football on the streets. Guys, first of all, we were not dating. Second of all, we were not people who were in love with each other. Okay, maybe I did like him a lot. I mean, he was, I repeat, was handsome. Just in case if my son is watching, he is handsome. He's handsome, Mook. Yeah, so hey guys, these 2 sentences I was saying right now, they were very hard for me to just kind of like change. I mean, okay, so he was a very handsome guy. He is a very handsome guy. Whatever, maybe it's my English was and is. I don't remember which one is proper. He is or he past tense or present tense. Okay, he is before. Guys, we are getting old. Okay, we are getting old. And we're getting old. Okay, so we kind of like getting old. I mean, girl, we kind of like getting old. Okay, yeah, he was a very handsome guy. I mean, now I say okay, he was, cause why I cannot say is okay. He is a handsome guy. So when I went there, Tanazam, eh, now I have coins. Not that I'm rich, but you know, you guys give me money. I'm trying my best. I look after my skin. If I neglect my skin, like in Finland, it's very cold, and sometimes I don't even know what to put on. Some creams are not making my skin very right because of the wet. So my skin kind of like I don't have a fresh skin. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a skin that have pimples. I have to look after my skin in order for me not to have pimples or have marks, you know. But see, when I was growing up, we only had ibomf. We only had that red soil that you can put on top. There wasn't any other thing you can wash with your face. And the pregnancy, I had these big pimples that were here, fasha, my nose. Thank you, Standile, my love. My nose, my nose was so big. I wonder what money is this with Standile. Where are you from? Where is that country? My nose was so big. You know, pregnant. You know the fraud that pregnancy does to you. You know the scam that pregnant scam you. Sisige, and I went to look for him. Now I find him. You could see when he was looking at me, but that time I was not worse. Hi guys, I explained he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. I explained to him the situation. Uguti, I know you left me without the stomach because when he left me, I was not pregnant. Hmm? So I say, you left me. I was like, not like this, but now we have this situation. I'm pregnant and it's your child. Do you know telling someone when you are 7 months? Yeah, 7 months. It's like, but he didn't freak out like to say it's not mine. It's not mine. He didn't say that. He was like, um, is there anything we can do, to solve the problem before any problems? Because he was freaking out and I was like, it's late, we cannot do anything. Once it's done, it's done. Once it's happening, it's happening. It's right in front of us. So we need to kind of like move forward. So the moving forward, my grandmother want me to go there and to the family, traditional, to the family and say, I'm pregnant, not to send him. Yeah, pregnancy is dangerous, my sister. Guys, my child used to move, but the moment we saw his father, guysini, the devil started, the evilness. It is very hard to, to crave. It's very hard to crave for a man that is not in love with you, and you are also not in love, but you become in love when you are pregnant and you are craving for him. Is your cravings. My sister, we're coming to the situation sheet. After seeing him, I asked for the phone number. Pela is the father of my child, so I need to have the phone number. I could also not believe myself, Uguti, now I'm owning. Pela, I felt like a ownership, father of my child. Handsome like this, the dressing, the neighborhood he lives in is expensive neighborhood. Who am I? Me and my dusty. Me, I'm still with my dusty, smelling like a fire because we are putting fire. I live in Maplangwin, the playing house. I could just see Uguti, wow, my child in Chikazin. I started thinking, Uguti, what kind of pampers he will have, what he will be wearing. Thank you, Spogazi, so much. I started thinking, Pela, I see Uguti, baby daddy is something else. I asked for the number. He smells good, my love. Yes, he was smelling good. I asked for, he smelled good. He was smelling good with hand. I asked for his phone number. Sis, when I got home, the child and the cravings didn't say, good, not, this is not your boyfriend or this is not your love. I was like this, asking my grandma. I didn't have money till I was at home. Gogo, can you just borrow me 5 rand for airtime? I put the airtime. I'm calling the father of my child. We are not in a relationship. Sis, 2 o'clock. Thank you, Welulam. 2 in the daytime. Grrr, grrr, loot. Grrr, grrr, loot. I put it down. I would sit and think, Kazini, even 1 a.m., I'm calling the father of my child. He's not my boyfriend. We are not in a relationship. I want you to understand how painful it is to get pregnant by someone that you are not in a relationship with, that you are not together in love. 1 a.m., he will answer and say, what? Uh, um, I was just calling you, just, okay, I'm sleeping. Do. And you cannot blame him. Thank you, Wetize Matol. You cannot blame him. We are not in a relationship. I'm calling him for what? Because he already know that I am pregnant. I am calling him for what? 1 a.m. What if he have his girlfriend? Palatina, we did this thing for like 3-4 times and then he moved on with his life. That's why we didn't see each other. The whole 6 months is I'm coming with a stomach. Who knows what was happening in between in his life? Maybe he was even cheating. He had someone. Sis, cravings said to me, no, ngayithandiswa indoda, ngayithandiswa guys. Okay. So the other day I saw some blood. I was like 8 months. Lapho phela ngifuna ukukhulisa nengane ithanda zami. I want the child to grow up in the stomach. I was hoping that there would be, some kind of. He's not calling me to come and visit. He's not a G. I think I was 7 months and a half, and then I saw a blood in my tissue when I was wiping. I made it, Bagit, because if they are watching, forgive me. I made it a big scene because I wanted to see him, guys. I was craving for him. I wanted him so bad. I wanted him so much. And then I went and I called. I got his friend, and I said, please tell him I think I'm giving birth. And he was like, the months are not adding up. How are you giving birth right now? My sister, I thought Peter he was gonna come to the hospital, fast. They ask me, where are you? We could be father and mother. That situation, I could picture myself when he comes to the hospital. They are coming with pampers. The whole hospital is gonna look at me. I mean, first of all, he's colored. Like, first of all, like, yeah, but not today. And then he's gonna bring his parents, everyone. I could see myself. Sam, at the hospital when they are giving me food, I was checked. Oh, fast forward, they called a kumbi. We could not wait for the ambulance. They called my grandmother, my friend Spokas. They called a kumbi. A kumbi came and fetched me and took me to the hospital. I think it was Gwelezane Hospital in Pangin. In hospital when they are giving me food, I was just like, no. I'm waiting for my family. They will bring me food. I didn't like the food they were giving me. But I'm thinking, what's my rich other family, my new family, the father of my child, my baby daddy is coming, and everyone is gonna see the things that they need to see. I'm not gonna eat hospital food. Oh, mina ngimithiswe kubantu abarichi. Angeke ngidlule esibhedlela. Like, how do you do that? When the father of your child got money, you can say with his money, neighborhood he lives in, his friends. So why should I eat hospital food? Because the food is coming. Sis, I got hungry. Sissy, it was now in the night. There was no one coming for me. I started asking the nurse if I could get my food that they were giving me. They told me eating hours is over. What they offered me before is no more. If you are not a South African, I don't know in your country. In South Africa, you don't play with nurses. They don't have your time. They don't play games. They do not. They tell you one time. If you don't listen that time, they will not tell you the second time. So the nurses were looking at me like, eating hours are over. Wenhleko. You know, it's the South African hospital. He's calling another nurse. Wenhleko. Awuzela. Like traffic cops in South Africa. They all have the same faces. Nurses and traffic cops and police. Yeah. Maybe you will check out tomorrow because you are not bleeding anymore. Sis, thank you, Mr. Tembile. Thank you, Matao. In that moment, I am hungry. I am hungry. Even the child in the stomach is moving. I am hungry. I am hungry. Sissy, it was the next day. Instead of, yes, sis, instead of them coming, he called. He called and said, I told my parents. Before this incident happened, he didn't tell his parents. I don't know, maybe he was embarrassed with what was gonna come. Because when I even went to see him, Kazini, the pregnancy have shifted me. Plus, Vela had a low self-esteem, even when we were meeting. Now I am shifted more. The pimples, I was even worse this time. This time I was worse. That time I went back to school because the teachers did beg me to come back to school. You guys, and I've been loved. You know, the love I get on social media. Even though I had friends who mistreated me, I had people who made me feel so ugly, who bullied me. But I had love, guys, and I had love. The teachers from Lizzie High School, they would see me in the city. They would be like, you need to come back to school. Even if you are pregnant, it's okay. You need to come back. You are so intelligent. You are so smart. We know you're going to pass. So again, I took my bum. I went back to school. I remember Uguti, I had to use one of my friend's shirt. She was very plus size so that it could fit on my stomach and with my stomach. I was doing standard 9, almost matric. So now he have told his mother that I'm pregnant because he thought that I was giving birth or the child was dying because I was bleeding before my time. We're talking with him on the phone. Even to go and tell his parents and meet his parents that I was pregnant, it was because of my cravings. I want to see him. I want him to want me. I want us to raise our child before the child come out. I wanted us to make the child big. Sis, the guy didn't want. The guy didn't have. Sometimes I would beg him and cry on the phone just for nothing. I just want his attention, and he will ask me, "Do you need a doctor? Why are you crying? What is this?" Sis, be pregnant with someone you are not in a relationship with. You shit niggles. You go crazy. You start hating them. Not, guys, and you hate them for nothing. Because if you are not in a relationship, why are you hating him? There was no relationship. There was no nothing. It was just a finish and clear. Sis, then we say he told me, okay, come on this day. On this day, my parents would be home. Okay, he already showed me where he lived when I and that time when I went to see him for the first time. I went to school. My legs were starting to swell. They were swelling. My legs were swelling. My knees, my face. My face was something else. It was double what you see. The nose, the pimple were all over. I had these things that were coming out like white things. Some pimples and marks here. First of all, I was bathing my whole body with sunlight. Even now I have stretch marks. Most of them, they were from the first child. I did not have any oil to body wash my body. No, not body wash. To put cream to wrap my stomach, I didn't have. I was here in the village. All I was busy with, I was fetching the wood to cook outside with my grandmother. I was so worried about the rain. When it was raining, the house was a plank. I don't know, wood. So there were spaces like this. If there was a windy rain, the wind would come in and we would be wet. So you would think about body wash, you think about face wash, you think about stomach. oil, what. When you have to be worried that in the night, if there is a windy rain, these places, the rain is coming. That was what I was worried. The bed I was sleeping on top of, it was a door, which I always tell you guys. My bed was a door, and then under it was crates of beers under the it was as plain as this. And then you just put more old clothes on top, and then you sleep. And then you want to tell me to be worried about the cream for the stomach? Thank you, as a sentinel. That's why, let me go out a little bit to this, what we are talking about, guys. And that's why we shouldn't judge each other with our bodies, because you don't know our struggle. You don't know our struggle. You come on social media, you want to body shame someone. You don't know why they have those. Like, for example, me, the reason I have the stretch marks, because I could not buy this oil thing. And my stretch marks are more from the first child. The second child, I had his father, I had money, so I put the things. Now you see us, guys, we've been in a struggle. We've been in a struggle. There were priorities. There were things that were more important than about the skin. Now, I grew up without shoes. I guess maybe that is why I try. Imkank is better now. It's better. I walk too much to school without shoes, even at home. Energy, just sitting. My shoes, I was saving them, even as an adult, over 18 to 19 to 20. I was saving my shoes so that I could walk with them to the city, to the town. I had to walk again with bare feet. Inside at home, we didn't have carpet or mat. When you are coming in, it's raining, we will have mud inside the house. So you want to come and say you have a dry feet, you are doing this, you should be doing that. There were priorities. Some things we are carrying them. They are coming from our struggle. So okay, be kind. Be kind to anyone. Be kind. You don't know. We don't know situations. We should be kind to each other. Now let's come back here. We are not there. So guys, I had my pimples in my face. I had this big giant shirt there on the side. It was too big. My grandmother cut it, and then she did the hand sewing so that it would be fit enough for my stomach. We didn't have money to buy me a new shirt. Thank you, Julie Malashela. Some memories. It's lonely when you carry alone. True. So we didn't have money to buy me a new shirt, so we had to take this from my friend, because she was very plus size, and cut it little bits, and then did the sew hand. Sis, I went to school. The sun was about 32 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. After school, because then my school was very far, so I had to hike to go to his parents' house where he was living. So I had to hike. Guys, I walked for some distance. I would stop and hike. Someone would take me and drop me somewhere else, and then I would get off from there and walk and hike until I got where his parents live. Even there, because it was the rich neighborhood, there is no tax or a person who wants to drop you there, because it's kind of like outside the big road. So I had to get off and walk. By the time I got there, Sissy, did I have a perfume? Did I have a roll on? I was using sunlight. Sunlight was for bathing. Sunlight was also to put here. Iskaxa sunlight. If we had lemon, because we used to eat the porridge in the morning and put some lemon. Lemon works. I would cut the lemon in between, and then I would do this with the lemon. Sis, I have been in school, first of all. Second of all, I've been hiking and I've been walking. I was sweating and wet. Here is my pimples, so big in my face. The stomach, the shirt, you could see what my grandmother did it with her hands. And I said, Nji, Oksala, I'm craving, and I'm going to meet his mother. And I'm not going to wait for the weekend, because I'm going to see him. I was more excited to see him. Not too excited about the parent, to see him. See, I walked. My sunlight was starting to not smell very good, because Pela, it's sunlight and I've been sweating all day. My sunlight is getting finished under my armpit. And I want to ask you, why do we get pregnant, guys, especially in poor families? I don't know. I think we get more pregnant in families that when you come from a background that is not stable, but you get pregnant. Because right now I'm telling you the situation of using the sunlight. Was walking distance and distance to go to school, but there I was pregnant. My sister pregnant. I got to the gate. Sissy, I went in from the gate. I opened the gate. You could open slide. Sissy was sliding. In my home, we didn't even have a proper door. If you are outside, you could see us inside. They had a sliding door, sliding gate. Sis, I am just also checking Juguti. Yo, nothing I said. I was like, oh my God. Even though the situation was, but I got pregnant to a very, very good family, wealthy family, rich. We always rich. I was thinking, rich people, the gate is sliding. Hey, I'm sliding gates now. So this is going to be my life. Slide, 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 slide. Sister, I slide. I came in, and then they have a veranda. There's back you lock, and then there's a door, but the door was open. The back was closed. It's like a veranda, but it's locked. So I stood there. When his mother came, she was seeing me for the first time. She was like, oh, okay, you are that girl that my son made pregnant. Perfect. I don't think that she was expecting, maybe she was expecting this, she was expecting this, what you're looking at right now. What she saw on the door, she was like, oh, hi. Oh, you are that girl. That Rodney. I don't remember if I introduced myself, my name first. Um, and then, but first, you could see in that moment I haven't seen him. I've seen the mother right now. Guys, when they opened the door, I didn't care. They were richy. They had the sofas, bling bling things, the table, the coffee table. I came in and I put my feet on the table because I was tired. I was tired. I was sweating. I was hungry. I was hungry. Sit. I put my feet on the table and she didn't say anything. They were speaking English. They're colored. They're colored. The grandmother of my child. I've shown you guys. You will see her when I go to South Africa. She doesn't mind to be on the video. This is her name, Mary. So she started taking, do you want water? I said yes. Okay, here is water. And then she fetch, thank you, Akon. I love you too, my love, Mvelas. She fetch water, she fetch juice for me. Are you okay? And I'm like, okay. In that moment, I'm thinking, Guti, where is the person I'm craving for? I understand I see the mother. I understand the house is beautiful, even inside. It looks rich. Where is my man? My man, that is not my man. Bella, he's not my man, but in my heart, he's my man and I want him. Please like the video, Sanazam. You come in and you like the video. Hi, Sanazami, we said, then she asked me, I smell poverty. I look like poverty. I smelled like poverty and I was looking like poverty, so there was no other way. This story just breaks my heart so very bad. No. We've lived that. We are not I don't want you guys to be sad. No. We are not sad. We are just talking about the past. Sihleli, iphindoda. That's what I wanted. I wanted the guy. Like, I wanted the guy. I wanted my man. Because I knew ukuthi when I give birth, because when you are pregnant, you have card you can play to someone that you are not in a relationship with, especially in my situation. I was telling him what I'm craving for him. I was making all the excuses with the child. When the child is born, you are only fighting. What else? Because when the child is born, is fight. Now, okay, she asked me, so, yeah, how did we meet? Like a parent. And where do I live? Like I'm telling you, I look poverty, I smell poverty. I'm sure she was looking Uguti, my child, like his son. She was thinking my son. Like, what happened? Like, what happened? I told her where I live, and At that time, I kind of like, I was a little bit angry with this, but I would just state and be honest. I think because she didn't know about our relationship, she knew about a previous relationship that um her son was in. You know, she didn't know about us because we were not in a relationship. So she was like, yeah, if the child is our child, we will support the child, which is fair. When I think about it now, even me, if my child is old enough that, and I know he had a girlfriend for a very long time, and then all of a sudden someone I don't know is 8 months pregnant, like, who are you? Like, where did you guys meet? Is this my child, or is not my child? It's gonna be my grandchild. I don't know you, you know. But she didn't say it like that. I think she was trying to be polite by saying, of course, you know, we will see the child, and if the child is ours, we will support the child. I was like, okay, because I knew I had nothing to hide. Even if they wanted DNA, they could afford DNA test. They wanted DNA test, I was gonna give them a DNA. I had nothing to lose. Nothing. Sisike fast forward dik. After that day, me and Ronaldo's granny, Kosami, that was the start of everything. Okay, I phoned. I don't know if the father of my child didn't want me to have his number anymore, but he said his number was not working. When I called the number was not working. Now I had to call the grandma, his mother, my mother-in-law, to talk to him. Sis, didn't I irritate the old lady now? I'm irritating the mother-in-law all the time. Hi, Ma, can I kindly speak? I don't want to say his name. Can I kindly speak to so and so? Um, and she would be like, okay, at least she didn't lie. He would not even answer, but she would be like, okay, let me give him. And then he would take the phone, and I'm like, yeah, I think the baby wants you to touch the baby. I want you to touch the baby, or the baby wants you, because the way the baby is kicking, I don't know, and it's my first pregnancy, so I can't survive anymore. I need you. I just need to be just 1 hour. Guys, I wasn't faking the crying. I was crying. I was crying. Guys, also because they were rich family. I also wanted this relationship now to be a relationship. I wanted my family now. You know, I wanted this family to be together. I wanted the father of my child and my child all together, the three of us, happily ever after. I will cry. I have, and then he will feel sorry for me. The cravings is he will feel sorry for me and say, okay, come here Saturday. Eh, sis, maybe it's Wednesday. We didn't have money at home for me for transport to go to him. I would not sleep. I entered door to the neighbors borrowing money for the transportation. You see, le nto yokusiboleka imali yokuze ngizokunika yokubuya. Sisi mina, I knew I was gonna ask his mother for the transport money to go back home. I just needed the money to make it to him. No, this is my first time here. I follow you on Facebook. Love your content, girl. Kosiami Tandi, thank you for being here, my love. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I went to all the neighbors looking for the money to go to him. I start from Wednesday after the call. Thursday, I borrow 2 rand. I borrow 1 rand on another neighbor. I will borrow 50 cents on another neighbor just for the money to come together so I can have transport money to go to him. And when you talk about desperation, when you talk about mistakes, don't get pregnant for someone that is not in love with you or you are not in love with. Okay, in my situation that time, I think I did kind of like him very much. Now I know what is love, so I don't think I was in love. I think, yeah, it was what it was. So, okay, Tanazam, when I finally get the money, when I get to him, Kaizini, I will look at his nose and be like, oh, maybe the child should have your nose. You know, try to touch his hair, thinking he's gonna touch me back. Sis, I would try to take off my t-shirt so that he can touch my stomach. The baby. Sis, phela kancane nje. You know, usually I would go see him on weekends. He's tired. He was out with his friends having fun. There I was pregnant. Kazini, sometimes ukuhlupheka kuvele kuze okunye ukuhlupheka. You know, sometimes poverty will smell another poverty. No, the problem smell another problem. Already I have problems about my situation at home. Now I have a problem. The man doesn't want me, you know. I get Kazini, okay, I would keep calling the wiki. I think maybe we saw each other 3 weekends. That we would sit and I would touch his nose. I really loved his nose more than anything. There was no kissing, kissment, cha. Touchment from the both side, cha. Some days I would see, I think he was making me feel better. He would say to me, when you give birth, maybe we can take this back room and live together there and be a family. Maybe on that day he was drunk. I don't know. Because when he was sober, he would realize that he's sober. And since he would realize that he's sober, and that there will be no question like that. Sissy way. On the day of when my water broke, guys, I don't judge now. I mean, it's because the father of my second child was with me from day one, pregnancy, going to hospitals with me until I gave birth. He was next to me. I was pushing. He was watching the baby coming out. So, in the first situation, it was just my grandmother, Sipoga's, and Sipoga's sister only. But I left the part that his mother, guys, let me tell you, his mother saw the situation of the smell, the situation of the face. One day she called me and said, meet me in town. Guys, I dressed up. I only had one white dress that was fitting the stomach. That was for the city. It was gray. It was whitish, but not white. I put that dress on. I went to the city to meet her. She bought me a new dress. She bought me baby powder because I was sweating like a baby. Sweating. She bought me baby powder, some roll-on, some things, and also some face wash, some oil. It was already late. I was almost finishing 8 months. It was already late. So she gave me this some oily for my stomach. I also think that she was seeing maybe the son was saying, I don't smell very good. But there I was pregnant. I crave for this man. I want to spend time with this man. But the situation also, I think it was the situation of the face. It was also the situation, it was also the situation of I'm not looking very good. I'm not smelling very good to him. And he's watching Uguti. I was not in a relationship with you. And right now I don't even also, you're not my type or you're not my league. Oh, let me say this another thing. One day on this weekend where I was telling you I would crave for him and beg, cousin, I would beg to see him. Beg to see him. One day I came and he was not home yet. So I had to wait for him. His brother was there. I remember like it was yesterday. You know the song, it was new the time. Fall for your type, for your type. It's Jamie Foxx who sing the song. I think fall for your type. His brother played that song. Even still today, it's still here in my head and my ears. I will never ever forget. In that moment, I was standing. The sun was hot, with my stomach like this. And then I asked him, where is so and so? And he told me he's not here right now. Wait for him. Then he went back inside the house. He didn't let me in. He let me stand outside. Then he went to put this song, Fall for Your Type. Guys, I went to stand in the wind, listening to the song with my stomach. And I was thinking, Fall for Your Type. Okay, guys, I don't want to get emotional, but this is making me emotional. I was thinking with my type of farm boy. My type is someone who live with me there in the village. You understand? It's someone that when the car is passing, the rain is raining, you can't go to school anymore because this car is going to make you have mud. Eh? I was listening to the song thinking, Uguti, how did this happen? Uguti, I got pregnant here for this because this is not my type of a place. The person I came to see here is not my type. Mina, my level, my type is with me in the village where I live. Not here in the suburbs. Not here. Sis, the song kept on playing. Fall for your type. For your type. Even still today. Sis, I will never forget that. And he repeated the song. And repeated the song. And Mokai came. He didn't sing the song. But when I was listening to it and he was also listening to the song, I look at him and guys, I had tears in my face thinking, Uguti, yeah, I should have fallen for my type. And I'm also thinking, Uguti, maybe the brother is telling me, Uguti, Sisi, fall for your type. This is not your type. My brother is not your type. Kunamaphatha engizowaskipha kodwa bengikhalela ukwasho ukuthi nabanye bomndeni abangibonanga ngiwumuntu omuhle kodwa angifuni ukusho leyo ngesingisi ngoba bayalaleli amavidiyo bayabuka. Abomndeni abangibonanga ngimuhle. Uyabo kwakunalokho nje ukuthi ngeke ngize ngiyibeke yonke into ngembaba ngoba ngiyabonga we-Joyce. Angeke ngiyibeke yonke into ngembaba. Kunezinye izinto engizozeqa kodwa kwakukhona lokho ukuthi uyahlupheka futhi umnyama. So go. We know you don't know these things. So anyhow, we are not there. Yeah, after the song we played, we sat outside and we have never, guys, in another thing, we have never sat inside. We used to sit outside and talk and I'll brush him. I think he didn't want us to sit inside because he didn't want me having a thought of something. He didn't want maybe me brushing and touching him and doing everything, and so he would make sure we sit outside. Even the brother didn't make me come in. And guys, I don't blame him. I just blame us. Please, when you come in, you just came in, please come in and like the video. You look tired, mama. Because I slept at the airport. Remember, last night I was at the airport. Actually, I didn't sleep. I like slept 2 hours if I'm not mistaken. But you still rise. Look at you, sis. And my son is so beautiful. Ngizogosiphe emva kwe-English ngifuna ukunigosiphela-ke ngalaba ababethi ngibabe emndenini ukuthi baphi njengamanje. But-ke anyway, kasibuye. We sit outside. The song is finished. They are playing another song. Fall for your types is finished. I will touch him. I guess maybe he said something to his mother because his mother took me out. I had a very beautiful day. That's why, yeah, when I talk about that, I can't live with my son because they are too attached to him. I also look at the situations and the fact that I'm the one who took my first child to live with them because I couldn't support him. As I'm telling you my situation when I was pregnant. Mokel, when I was pregnant. And I went with my stomach at school. I did my matric. I gave birth in February. I took time only 1 week. I took time in school 1 week. I gave birth in February 14, Valentine's. I stayed home only 2 weeks after giving birth. And then I went back to school to finish my matric, and I passed my matric. That's how serious I was. I knew because I have hit a flop by getting pregnant and my family was poor. Education, no one, even still now, guys, I'm a sucker for knowledge. I do research things. When you give me a challenge of something, I'm not gonna sit and say, oh my God, I don't know this. I Google it, I research it, I read. I don't read books, but when it's information, that's gonna educate me. I do it. Traveling around the world, it gives me more freedom and makes me learn things, makes me have more knowledge, understanding, makes me more humble. That's why I do it as well. So I finished my matric. Okay, fast forward dig. I had to go and stay home. My craving was not there. I had to go and stay home, even though I was waiting now to give birth. We called Dig ukuthi I've gave birth, hoping ukuthi he will come. But in that time, Kazeni, he was already I think he was already tired of me and my calls because I was calling non-stop. And the dream also, I was also having a dream of us just being a father and a mother, and have our child together. When I called, I said, okay, I'm giving birth tonight. My grandmother took me with Sipogazi. I went to the clinic. It was very fast. 1 hour after water broke, I gave birth. I gave birth in the clinic, not a hospital. We were still waiting for ambulance. When the ambulance came, I already gave birth. And then I was also very healthy. There was no issues or no problem. I went home the next day. I gave birth in the night. The next day, I went home with my child. And then when I got home, they also came, but the father didn't come. His mother come, which I also wanted that the mother come, because she was the one who was not sure. The father of the child was okay, he was sure, but the mother was not sure. When she came, the child was white, because they are mixed race themselves. So it was there was no DNA needed. As much as my children look like me, but there isn't any DNA that was needed. You could see who's this child, Busman and Busman, because mix yamandian, mix amabhunu colors, mix nasala khona lapho. So you could see there was just no way you could miss anything. Sana zami, okay-ke asihlebeni, futhi ngisho bangangizwa bengizohleba ngabo. Khona-ke usisi wasemndenini, I'm so sorry, this one is just little bit ngesiZulu. Kunobhuti wakhona omdala owayenendlu kwi-backroom. Ubhuti wakhona was sweet, unfortunately washona. Umfazi wakhe-ke at the time nosisi wakhe, usisi wakhe kwakuyila lawa amahle, anezinqa nama-hips. Naye umfazi wayenalokho ukuthi babengave bengihleba mangifikile. Bahleba into engiyigqokile, ingane isihlala khona-ke manje. Bahlebe into engiyigqokile, bahlebe lokhuya nalokhuya izinto. Nkosi yami, I'm so sorry kodwa uluze umntanakhe, and I'm so sorry ngalokhu. Kodwa-ke beside-ke it's been a very long time kade ngizwa namhlanje kuze indaba yengane, but it was a very long time thing. But-ke uwohlokile naye ama-hips akhe, wawohloka, kuthiwa she's unrecognizable. Ngacabanga ukuthi they were evil form group, bewumndeni bamaKhaladi, mina ngedwa umuntu omnyama, bese beyahleka bayangihleba, bangijaje ngey'ngubo engangiy'gqokile, bangi-analyze. Ngelinye ilanga ingane yathi lele kubona, kade bedlala nayo isancane ingane yami, ngangivakasha. Ingane ilele, ngahamba ngayoyijoyina embhedeni, ngathi ngivuka bathi ngizonukisa umbhede. The audacity or audacity. Guys, when someone have a smell, you can't say to them, because you were sitting in my seat, you're gonna make the seat smell. Like, I'm not aware because I smell bad. Even if I am aware, like, I don't have a perfume. I was going to school, coming back from school, come here to see the child, because I could not afford to live with the child. Financially and personal reasons also with my family, it could not happen. So-ke ngavuka la embhedeni, ngoba ingane ngayibhintsha nayo embhedeni, ngalala naye ngithi ngibhonda nomntanami. Kwathiwa nje uzonukisa umbhede. Why did I sleep? Bekumele kulala ingane yodwa, umbhede usuzonuka manje unuke mina. Ngaqale ngathi angichamanga, ngicabanga ukuthi ngichamile. Bathi nje no, we're not talking about ukuthi uchamile, you yourself uzonukisa umbhede. Sis, mangiyobona ingane yami mina, I dress up mama. Sis, ngiyobona umntanami mina, ngenza sure ukuthi I come for everyone kuloya mndeni owake wangibukela phansi. Don't be shocked mangabe ngithi kini apha ama-designers ngicela ngidizayinele, ngiyobona ingane yami, ngiyobona ingane kodwa ngifuna i-design. Ngoba loya mndeni ungibukelile phansi. Iy'hlobo nabomndeni abakhona lapha phakathi bebengangithathi ngisho ungithatha. Even still today, ngisho ubaba wengane, mina ubaba wengane yami, mengibuka ku-social media ngangibuka nginje, kodwa face to face angifundi ngibone nginje. Angifundi, ngivele ngibona ngathi ngoba ngehla isithunzi, angibone sisi, ngifuna uma ngiqhamuka kuleya ndoda ngiqhamuke, and manje iyangihlonipha. Angifuni ukukhuluma ngesingisi ngoba yabo manje bangihlonipha, bangifunda emaphepheni, uyangizwa, bangivula kumamegezini. And when you do something in life, you do it for yourself, you don't do it for people. But sometimes kumnandi ukusibona isilephu ebusweni, ubone ukuthi yabona uyabona le life yami njengamanje iyisilebhu. Washo uRonaldo yangifonela, uyibone ukuthi yazi le, yabo manje Manje futhi guys ukubeka ngami ngabe bengizofike manje ngoba sengibuya lalela-ke siyahleba ngiyakuhlebela. Uyise asikhulume izolo esiqinile, uyise uhlala nomfazi wakhe manje egcekeni elilodwa. So mhla ngiya ngizobe sengibona nomfazi bengingakaze ngimbone ubuso nobuso. Yabo nje bengifisa engathi ngavele ngifike ngelimozini. Ivele ifike ilimo ngislide igate, kungaslide mina kwehle udrayiva angislidele igate. Angithi phela sengiyi-celebrity, angislidele igate. Usisi akangazi uzobe eqala ukungibona. Athi meqeda ukuslide igate ilimo bese iyangena iyama. Bese yaqeda engivulele u-red carpet, avele aquleke umfazi wakhe ukuthi kanti uma walengane naye wayenokuyimistreat ingane yami njalo, but asikho lapho. Avele aquleke umfazi wakhe ukhiphe u-red carpet. Bese ngiqale ngiveze umlenze kuqala. Kuthiwa ngithi muwehla ugqoke kahle uqala uthi ngaphandle, angithi uthi bese uyathi gcobho and then ulandelise omunye umlenze. Yabo isho engizoyenza kulokhu, onesilahla bafethu uma use-Richards Bay onesilahla ngicela ungiboleke isilahla sakho uvele sihambeni sifike silahle isiyahla yona ngayigcina nini ukuyibona ngamehlo namehlo. Kodwa-ke leyo angifuni ukukhipha kakhulu amafayila ngoba lezi zidiphu. Asishiyeni kanjalo. Nangu Ronaldo engifonela mhlawumbe ade ngibuka. I couldn't be bothered naye ngisho ngibuka fanele kazi unobaba wakhe vele asikaze sibe nomajolojolo onjalo. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you are learning bakithi. If you had a situation like my situation, you were not alone. You were not alone. Ukuthi you are pregnant, the father is not there, or a situation happened. Sometimes you choose. Angithi it ended well. The child have the father. My son have his father. Everything is good. He's living there. I can't live with him. Don't leave though. I have to leave or I have to call him. But it ended very well because I gave birth. Then you imagine if I terminated, what would have happened, you know? But you know your situation. But you are not alone. If right now you are pregnant, you don't know what to do. Things will fold or unfold. I don't know English. Things will unfold together. Things will be put together. Just hold on to whatever you hold on. Ubani lo ngizomblocka. uRonaldo guys uyazi uyangifonela so anti Ronaldo. So guys, please get pregnant for your husbands and for your boyfriends so that you don't put yourself in situation sulandela amadoda abantu. Life is a merry-go-round, I'm telling you. Bye bye, nithanda zami.